All right, your next sphere is going to be a triadic sphere, and your triads are any colors that are equidistant on the color wheel, or the same distance away from each other on the color wheel. So examples that we've already gone over are your primary colors, secondary colors, and tertiary colors. So let's take a look at what that actually means on a color wheel. So when we look at the color wheel, you can see on the back there's this triangle that says triad. And where the points point, it will show you a triad. So if we turn it so that we see blue, yellow, and red, you can see that our primary colors are a triad. And if we turn it to green, you can see that green, orange, and violet are a triad. So our secondary colors are a triad, as are all sets of, or three of the sets of the tertiary colors. So yellow, green, red, orange, and blue, violet are a triad. Yellow, orange, red, violet, and blue, green are a triad. So you just turn it around to choose your triad. All right, so the triad that I have chosen for this one is red, orange, blue, violet, and yellow, green. But please feel free to try whichever one you want. Now, when we're creating a sphere, it's important to understand that warm colors come forward. So this part, the highlight area that appears to be closest to the viewer, it needs to be warm so that it'll look like it's coming forward. So whatever triad you choose, you need to use the warm colors in this area and the cool colors in this area. So for mine, like I said, I'm using red, orange, and yellow, green, and blue, violet, and I've collected this group of colors that I'm going to use to make my colors. All right, so I found a yellow, green that I liked. I couldn't find a blue, violet that I liked, so I decided I will be making them from these two colors, right? And I think that red, orange is somewhere in between these two colors, so I'm going to use those to make red, orange. And then I also wanted this because to me this looks like a tint of red, orange. So if I put white and red, orange, I think it would get this peach, and I need that for the highlight and making things a little bit lighter. So I'm going to start with my green because I feel like he's gonna go all kinds of places and it'll work pretty well. So let me zoom in. You can get the hang of what I'm doing and then continue watching and draw with me or do it independently. So I'm going to go through here and add my color value in the same way on this sphere that I did with the monochromatic sphere. All right, the round to make it look round. And let's get a little bit of it here in the shadow as well, or the cast shadow. All right, so I got that filled in, again doing the same sort of technique. Now let's go ahead and do some of the blue violet. So I'm going to take this Copenhagen blue and add it in. Now I know that the blue violet is going to naturally be much darker than this yellow green. Yellow green is a very light color and blue violet is naturally a dark color. So whatever your darkest color is, you want to plan for that to be your shadow color. And then you can, of course, like I said with my red orange, I'm altering that by adding white to make a tint for my highlight color. And so I've added that in. I'm going to put a little blue down here in the shadow. Okay, and then And let's go ahead and get into the violet so that it's blue-violet, not just blue. So now I've got it fairly blue-violet-y. I'm going to add some more blue because I don't feel like it's quite dark enough. In there. Oh yeah, that's looking nice. And blue-violet-y. I'm gonna get my yellow-green down here, adding it in, using it to blend, making sure that you layer the different colors on top of each other with multiple passes. Okay, now I'm going to, first I'm going to go over with this peachy tone, and then I'm going to see if I can even get the red violet in here at all. I don't know if there's really going to be a place for the true red violet or if that would make it a very strange tone. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and see about using red-orange, not red-violet. I just looked at the violet and said red-violet. Ooh, I like that, that's nice. Okay, so this orange, red-orange color is helping to transition from the warm, the very, very light warm, into our other tones throughout the sphere. So you just have to be careful where you're putting the triadic colors so that they will create the illusion that we're looking for and make the sphere appear to be round. Remember, our warm colors naturally come forward, so they need to be in the highlight area, but you also take them down through the other areas, because it's in using all of the colors together that you will get these really beautiful and rich tones, rather than things looking like they've come straight out of a coloring book. You know, we want a little bit more of a sophisticated look with our artwork. Together there. Ooh, yeah. All right, let's get a little bit of this peachy color to help blend out the edges. It's looking nice. Now, with none of this did I push hard. So the whole thing is done with fairly light pressure and layering. And the paper is a little bit toothy, which means it's kind of bumpy. So it's got a slight bump to it. And the colored pencil will continue layering on top of it as long as you don't burnish or push really, really hard. Once you burnish, it won't layer anymore. But as long as you're pushing lightly, you should be able to get it to layer for a long time and get this really nice depth of color. I'm going to go over it a little bit more with the green and then hit it with some white and call it good. white up here. And with the white, I am pushing a little bit harder because I'm done. You know, to make sure that your colors gently transition in between each one, and you can switch to the colorless blender. I forgot to check, but it's still just blues to deepen the tones for your darker areas. There we go, looking pretty good. And I'm going to use the colorless blender on the shadow as well. So there we go with our triadic color scheme.